Welcome to Duchenne Diaries, episode 43. And today I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to talk about a Netflix series that I watched yesterday and today that I actually started watching last February. I was in 2020, I was in the hospital from February 17th until March 19th. Yeah, March 19th. And I found this show called Locke and Key on Netflix, which is an interesting show, and season 2 just came out a few weeks ago. So I started watching it yesterday and finished it up today. So I'm just going to kind of talk about what the show's about. So it basically starts out, so it's called Locke and Key, and Locke is the last name of the 4 main characters that it starts out with. Actually, it starts out with 5, but it does that in flashbacks. It's this family that the dad dies. They live out on the West Coast, Seattle, and then the mom decides to move them back to their dad's childhood home because it was given to them, but it was the only place they could afford. So they move back there, and then they start finding all these magic keys, start covering all these stories, and they're finding more keys, and then more people start to find out about it. Um, it actually started one of the people from the town, their dad's hometown, one of the dad's friends from when he was a kid, met them, and she does some things with the keys where she goes to a well that you can bring someone back that's been in the other world from this portal that they found. But the problem is she didn't know that when you bring people back, they come back as a demon. So she brings back Lucas, who was her boyfriend from high school that died along with 2 other kids. And they cover up. They said that they drowned in these sea caves, even though really it was the demon went nuts and killed 2 of them, and then they had to kill the demon. And then, so the kids uncover that stuff. When they're fighting, the demon comes back and turns into this character, Dodge, that takes over. Lucas is basically taken over by Dodge, the demon, and then she goes back and forth between being, I can't remember the character's name now, it's Gabe, and Dodge goes back and forth to manipulate and basically sneak around the Locks and their friends to try to get evil stuff done. And then they're figuring it out. In the second season, he turns a bunch of people into demons, so the Locks have to fight him. The sister finds this key that gives her wings, so she can use that to help fight Dodge. And then somehow during there, the older brother's girlfriend gets turned into a demon, and the uncle he makes a key that takes the demons out of people. But he didn't know when he tried it on her that it would kill the demon, but it would also kill the host of the demon once the demon was removed. And she ended up dying from that. And a bunch of other people that they removed the demons from ended up dying. But they all made that look like a house that was on the side of a cliff collapsed into the ocean. Which that is not actually what happened. But Dodge used the ground key to suck the house into the ground and tore itself off the cliff. Okay, so yeah, the brother. So then they used the key on Dodge. And so Dodge and Gabe, that demon, is basically killed away from Lucas. And goes over the cliff. But then when they're heading is over and Lucas himself flies back over the cliff, and he's okay because the demon was removed from him. And since he's called a, there's a special kind of demon that can come back and they can't be killed. But even though the demon was taken out of Lucas, he was still whatever that was. So that was why he survived. And they found out he was good because he gave Kenzie, which is his sister's name, one of the keys back that they lost. And the thing fell over the cliff. And then there was a character, Ellie, that got turned to look like Dodge by the shape-shifting key, or the face key, I'm not sure what it was called. But so she comes back, they reunite her with her son. That's one of the final scenes. The older brother leaves him to go on a trip because he needs to clear his head. And he doesn't want to remember the magic, which adults don't remember unless they use a special key. So it shows him going off. Shows the younger brother showing some of the keys to their mom for the first time and using the memory key. It shows Kenzie and the uncle, and then showing the last time it shows them is when the older brother leaves. And then it shows Eden at the end, going to the well and summon some general that was like the Revolutionary War. And brings him out and tries to tell him what to do, so he throws her down the well and takes the anywhere key and leaves. And then that's the end of the show. So, yeah, I don't really know much else other than that. I just think it's a pretty neat show you should check out. That being said, this is the end of episode number 43. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Also hit the little bell to get updates or alerts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.